Alright folks, suppose you're welcome back to another Poem Masters video. Slightly tired, but let's keep going. Just had some Tim Hortons donuts we could would recommend. Let's keep going. So now we're gonna go over Summer, Lyra, and Jigglypuff, right? So this news is actually coming very soon, in like 2 days, right? The 31st. So yeah, this is for the summer event, obviously. Look at her, looks so cute. But yeah, Summer, Lyra, and Jigglypuff. We finally, after 11 months of this game launching, we have a solid fairy type striker. Very good. She's very good as fairy type striker. So yeah, let's go over as I accidentally hit the mic. Let's go over her stuff, I guess. So this unit is very powerful, just in terms of just raw damage and stuff. Definitely, really good. And also she, also has sync grid, which we'll go over in a bit as well, which does make her kit seem much better than it looks. So, anyways, let's go over it. Fairy type striker, weak to steel, 685 HP, 377 attack, 120 defense, 340 special attack, 120 special defense, 166 speed. I made a joke on my Twitter already about all these units, their speed are terrible. Every single one of these new units. The fastest one is Steven, which is 200, which is very bad. 200 speed is terrible, and everyone else is worse than that, right? But however, she has really good HP and solid attack and special attack. She's a special striker, technically, but she also has a physical move as well. And defense is 120. Okay, I guess it's a striker. As long as you're over 100, honestly. Or over 110, I'm fine with your defenses as striker. My bar's really low. So as for the moves, we got Dazzling Gleam, Fairy Special, 50 power, 100% accuracy, 2 bars AoE, no additional effect, Dark Hit Plus, and Play Rough, which I forgot to mention, also has a 10% chance of lowering the opponent's attack, which in the main series is, 30% or so? It's much higher. I don't know why they made it so low in here, but anyways. Yeah, 10% chance of lowering the opponent's attack. Fairy Physical, 111 power, or 111 power. 9% accuracy, 3 gauges single target. Definitely does a lot of damage. Unfortunately, it is 9% accuracy, but again, a lot of damage, so I'll take that. Plus, accuracy is not a huge deal anymore, right? With all these new, well, I wouldn't say not new anymore, but with all these accuracy supports in the game, so it's not a huge deal. 3 gauge single target, and the trainer move, which looks like an essay, called Solo Act. 2 uses: charges the user's move gauge by 2, 4 if they are asleep, raises users' attack and special attack sharply if they are asleep. If the user is asleep, restores a bit of the user's HP and removes the sleep condition from the user. This is worded kind of weirdly, but from the pronouns, it does seem like they're referring to the opponent's Pokemon. So if the opponent's Pokemon are asleep, then you raise your stats and move gauge. It could be Lyra herself as well, but she has no way of putting herself to sleep. So I don't know. But yeah, it'll make sense if the opponent's asleep. I mean, you can still use trainer moves if you're asleep, right? So that's also a possibility. But again, we'll have to wait for more. Again, like I mentioned before, and Crash said, right? Not all of these are 100% right now. As usual with all data mines and rumors and all that stuff, none of them are confirmed until they are officially announced or added into the game, right? So there's that, and then restore should be 40% HP recovery and move the sleep condition from the user. So there's that for the trainer move. Moving on, as we watch the weird Twitter slideshow, lag the hell out of everyone's screens. All right, the passives and sync move for Summer, Lyra, and Jigglypuff. So sync move is called Cute Factor Disarming Voice. Fairy SPA. 250 power, even though Disarming Voice is still single target because that's all the sync moves are, except for I guess Eevee's, which targets everyone, all the allies. But anyways, moving on. It's a pretty standard sync move, nothing to really talk about. Passives: Clock Out puts his target to sleep on sync move. Again, I think Antox mentioned that this could also like mean that it puts yourself to sleep, or else there's like no other way to put yourself to sleep. But again, we'll have to. I don't think we might get like the clarification on this in the data mine. We might just have to wait for the unit to come out. Thankfully, she comes out in 2 days, so there's that. Mastering 2, 30% chance of raising the attack when a move is successful. Mind Swell 2, 30% chance of raising the special attack when a move is successful. So that's definitely nice, right? Yeah, that's good. That's good, I guess. It's especially good when you're out of MP, all that stuff. So overall, her kit is like, without looking at her grid, she just seems like a pretty standard, pretty standard just fairy type striker, with low speed, really good HP. Yeah, that's really good HP, and also solid attack and special attack. Do keep in mind, if you're wondering why is she a special striker, it's because her sync move is special. That determines if she's technically in the files classified as a physical or special striker. Even though she does have a physical move by it, right? So she's mostly a mixed striker, and that's why her trainer move gives her both attack and special attack, which makes sense as well. So yeah, there we go. Our first actual fairy type striker. The other one's Sylveon, which is obviously one of the worst strikers in the game. I'd say bottom 3 to 5. Unfortunately, but LYRA JIGGLYPUFF so much better, right? Plus she looks cute. So there's that as well. Moving on to the sync grid, which does make her so much better, right? And we'll talk about a really good partner for LYRA in a bit. So her sync grid, your standard stuff, stats, all that stuff. No one cares. Play rough power ups. These are all +2 each. Also for 3 cost, 4 cost. Play rough move gauge regen 3. Play rough move gauge regen 3. So like Cynthia, she has 2 play rough move gauge regens, both of them 3, which is definitely very good. More play up power. Oh, some of these power ups are actually +3 on play rough. Oh, actually that's really nice. Play rough. Oh, it's so hard to say this. Play rough. Accuracy +10. So if you don't want play rough to miss and you don't want to run an accuracy support, but you should be running accuracy support anyways. I mean, it's just you're not like running them like either since Lisa or Sabrina for the accuracy. You just run them because they're really good anyways, and you'll get it. So this isn't like huge. It's like 8 cost too. Like yeah, generally you don't want to pick that up unless you're just like out of MP on that, I guess. Or if you don't have them, obviously. Play rough, more power ups. Let's see, Dazzling Gleam power-ups, special attack, move gauge regen 3 on that, more power-ups. That's a lot of power-ups. Pressure Cooker 4, once per battle, has good chance of restoring the user's sync move countdown by 1 when in a pinch. Good Nightmare 5, powers up moves when target is asleep, so that's an extra 50% of your damage when the opponent is asleep, with already really good attack and also a really high damaging play rough move. So this is definitely very nice. Defense, Solak, that's your trainer move MP refresh 2. Fast track 2, Mario chance of raising the Pokemon's 30% chance to raise. So like you basically like every time you use a move, you have 30% chance to raise either your speed, attack, or special attack. So you got a really like good chance of raising at least one of those stats every time you attack, so that's definitely really nice if you want to pick up fat. I mean, and you probably should just because she's so slow, right? Unless you're running speed support, then obviously you don't need to. And Rude Awakening 5, and that does come to my point here. We're just gonna pause here for a second in the sync grid. Look at her kit, man. Her trainer move, you get 4 gauges in opponent's sleep. Again, assuming it is referring to the opponent, and then plus 2 on both attack and special attack as well when the opponent is asleep. And you get extra 50% damage when the opponent is asleep on all your moves, and also an extra 50% damage on your sync move when the opponent is asleep as well. Guess who? I mean, you guys probably already know. Serena. Serena plus Jigglypuff is going to be busted. They're going to, like, wow. Like, again, like, people kind of sleep on Good Nightmare 5. See what I did there? Sleep. People kind of sleep on how powerful obviously Good Nightmare 5 is, because it's a 50% damage boost. I don't know what else to say. And plus your opponents, and the requirement is to put the opponents to sleep, which is, you know, one of the best requirements, because, you know, when you put the opponent to sleep, they don't do any damage to you because they can't hit you, right? Good Nightmare 5's definitely really powerful, and Rude Awakening 5 as well on your sync moves, also really good as well. So like Lyra's gonna do some serious damage, you know, when used well with a good team, right? So that's really good. Moving on, Cute Factor Disarming Voice power up. That's her sync move, right? Play rough on roll 4, so like your play rough could actually lower the opponent's attack instead of like not. Soul Act MP refresh 2, so I got 2 MP refreshes for Soul Act, which is really nice as well. Dire Hit plus MP refresh 3, Soul Act Master Healer 6. Basically, you just, you know, like, it basically makes it so that you just heal up to max when you're using Soul Act. But you know, it does only work when you're asleep, right? Yeah, when you're asleep. Cute Factor Disarming Voice. That's another one. So you have 4 nodes for the sync move power ups, and you get an extra 50% on your sync move. So Lyra could definitely, you know, do a lot of damage on her sync move as well. Critical Strike 3 on Dazzling Gleam. It doesn't matter, you're not going to use Dazzling Gleam. Q Factor Disarming Voice, and yeah, 2 more of these power ups. So Lyra is going to hit like a truck, which is really funny because I did a funny on my thing about how this thing is like a ruthless, menacing monster striker, and then like this is a support. Not that, you know, Salmon's best. Salmon's is a, you know, fantastic support, right? But like, Jigglypuff's a striker and Salmon's a support. It's the world we live in, right? In Poem matches. So, anyways, really good kit all around. I can't wait to get her. Like, she's Omega Q plus Jigglypuff is very good. Our first fairy type, real fairy type striker that we have. That's doesn't do like potato damage. So anyways, that's me. That's one. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video. Subscribe to the channel for some more Poem Masters content. We got one more new sync pair, then we could probably go over some of the synchro expansions as well and some other stuff. Again, huge thanks to Crash for all this info. I think he went to sleep. And hopefully we get some more info when Mini Emerald comes on, right? I think we still need some info on like missions, shops, and all that stuff. So we'll wait for that. With Mini Emerald, unless I just fall asleep. I think I fell asleep once during Datamined. I think it was the one when we were doing Wally. I was like uploading the video, I just fell asleep. Unfortunately, but anyways, one more new unit, and then I think the game's still in maintenance. Wow, it's taking a while. Yeah, stay tuned for that one.